How's it going, everyone? This is MOS Tricks, and in this video we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that you need to know to have better defense and better disadvantage in Rushdown Revolt. With all that being said, let's get straight into it with number 1. It's extremely important to understand how your shield works and how it can benefit you as a player. Number 1 is the fact that you have the ability to walk around while holding shield. You also have the ability to change directions, which means there's no rolling in Rushdown Revolt. Shield itself comes out frame 1, and one of the most important aspects of shield is that it is unbreakable. This means you can shield as often as you like and hold shield as long as you like, and your shield will never disappear or get overpowered. You'll also notice that in Rushdown Revolt, your shield will change colors when your opponent strikes your shield. This is an indicator for the player in shield to tell them if the attack hitting them is in fact punishable or unpunishable. The shield will change colors based on how strong the move is, how much pushback it has, and how well it is spaced. If the shield turns green, then this means that you'll have the chance to get a quick punish, typically a jab or a grab. However, if the shield turns red, this means that your opponent either had very good spacing or is using a move that is incredibly safe. There are some character-specific moves that can punish situations like this, but not every character has access to them. And lastly, if you're shielding in the corner and you happen to get pushed to the ledge, you can actually fall off the stage. This is to encourage movement to try and escape the corner versus trying to tank hits. Number 2 on the list is DI, also known as directional influence. Simply put, DI can be performed by pressing any direction on your control stick or on your keyboard. Mixing up your DI will be the number 1 most reliable way of getting out of combos. Getting stuck in a long combo can be very scary, however, it is much safer than burning your most important resource, which brings us to number 3, Burst. Burst is an automatic escape option out of any situation, however, you only have 1 burst per stock. This move has full body, frame 1 invincibility, and a frame 2 hitbox. On top of that, it also stops all momentum. The trick to this move though is to not waste it in a situation where you could have just DI'd and tanked the hits when you will absolutely need it later for survival. A rule of thumb here is to make sure that you are not using or wasting your burst while still in blue band. This is a bad habit that a lot of new players pick up very early on because, like I had mentioned before, being comboed does not feel good. So unless you are about to die off the top, die off the side, or you take a very strong hit, you should be saving your burst. And with all that being said, there's also the possibility of holding onto your burst for much too long. This is what is called burst hoarding, where you hold onto your burst all the way until last hit, and now it is basically useless. From a defensive perspective, the only use it has now is providing you with full body iframes for 1 frame. The true indicator of an experienced player is someone who uses their burst at the opportune time as frequently as possible. Don't panic, but also try your best not to hoard it. For number 4, we have air teching. At first glance, the idea of air teching and providing yourself with full body iframes to escape combos is very appealing. However, if you happen to get hit right after an air tech, you get put into what is called critical state. In critical state, your knockback is decreased, but your hit stun is increased, which means you are much easier to combo. By panicking and air teching rather than just using your DI, you can find yourself in way worse situations and taking way more damage than you should have. If you're going to use your air tech, make sure you're using it more towards yellow and red band at the end of combos. And lastly, number 5, we have wall teching. In the event that you are spiked into the side of the stage, you have the ability to wall tech and save yourself. This can be performed by pressing and holding the shield button before making contact with the stage. However, one thing that is very special about Rushdown Revolt is that you do not have to time your tech. This means that you can press and hold the shield button, and as long as you are about to hit the stage, you will always tech. Also, there is no such thing as an untechable situation. And since you'll be in hit stun while traveling towards the stage, you won't accidentally air tech. It's great that we understand the basics of defense and how to escape combos and how to live longer, but what we really want to do now is try and put our opponent's knowledge to the test. And we can do that with a strong combo game, which will be explained in detail in this video right here.